Today I'm gonna tell you a horror story about a celebrity and the creepy fan. As a celebrity, I was a shooting. When I was done, I went inside my caravan for the break. Then I took my glass of juice and started drinking it. But then suddenly I saw a boy. He was continuously staring at me. I felt something bad, so I asked him, "Who are you and what do you want?" He said, as all fans said, that I want an autograph and a selfie. Then I got some relief and I said,
Okay, let me give you my autograph and a selfie. Picture is done.
and then I said,
Where do you want my autograph?
he replied, on my forehead. Sound creepy, right? I was shocked and confused. I said,
Why you want to take my autograph on your head? Even you can also take it on a paper.
he replied, I want it on my head only because I'm your very, very big fan. So I want everybody to see it. Without thinking anything else, I said,
Okay then, I will.
the next day in my house, I was sitting and having my milk. But then I saw someone who was peeping me from the window, but I couldn't see his face. He was still staring at me. I was too much scared. So then I stand up and go to him and talk to him. He was the same boy that I met in my caravan. Then I said to him,
How you know my address?
he said, I'm your big fan. That's why I know everything about you. But then when I look at the place where I did my autograph was peeled off. And then I said,
Where is your skin of head gone?
he replied, I peeled it off. And then I said,
Why you peeled it off?
but he didn't reply. He was just staring me. And then he gave me a gift. But then when I was looking at the gift packaging, he vanished. But then when I tried to open that box, I found there was the same piece of skin of his head where I did my autograph and a glass filled with blood, and the blood was flowed out of the glass. I was scared, so I dropped that box and threw it. Days passed, but he didn't came. Then I decided to go in a cafeteria. After coming, I ordered some coffee. But the person who brought the coffee was the same fanboy. He gave me the coffee and then went out again. But then I got to know that how he know my address, because that cafe was near my home. So I take the coffee and then I saw that it was turned into red blood. So I just dropped that coffee cup and ran out of the cafeteria. She went out from the cafeteria and then went to her home again. After coming to her home, she was too much scared. So she thought to live in a separate house for some days. So she do the same. She went in her cousin's house. When they both were talking, her cousin go for a walk, and then she was alone at the hall. Then she was drinking her milkshake. But suddenly then she saw the same boy from the window. She was so scared, so she stand up and talked to the boy. She said to him,
How can you come here? Do you know my address?
he replied, I know everything about you because I'm your big fan. I followed you when you were coming here. So she was so much scared. Still she asked him that why you are giving me these blood samples again and again. So he replied that I worked in a DNA lab. But still she asked him that why you are giving these to me, because I don't need them. He replied, I am your big fan and I don't have any expensive gift to give you, so I gave these. She again said him that I don't need these, and then he was gone. The next day she decided to go in a DNA laboratory to check the blood. She went there and then come again to home. But then she found it, you know what? That the blood was the same of her blood. She thought that how is it possible that the blood is same? But then suddenly she falls, so her cousin took her to the hospital. There she got to know that she has diabetes, so the doctor said to her that you don't eat sweet things for 1 month. She do the same. She didn't touch anything that is sweet. Then after 1 month, it's the day finally that she can eat sweet things. So firstly, she drink cold drink. And then did you know what happened? The same boy came to her. She asked him, what do you want and why you are coming again and again here? I said I don't want to meet you and I don't want a fan like you. And that was the day in that the fan told him the story about him. He'd start telling the story. He said that I was a young boy and I worked at a juice stall. And one day when the girl and her father was driving the car, so the boy met an accident in which he was injured badly. So the celebrity's father took her to the hospital and hospitalized him. But then the boy was needed the blood. So the girl's father gave him his blood so that he can live, because he was so kind and he even helped his family. But sadly the boy was no more. But his soul was now here and he was just returning the blood. She said that no problem, I'm happy with you and you really did a good job and I don't mind whatever you did with me. And I'm also sad about your accident. I was too small, so I didn't know what happened actually. But then he blessed her and giving the blessings, he gone. Then after some time she got a call. She picked that up. And then it was a very good news. And it was the call of his director. He told that the film that they were shooting is hit. So he was giving her $10 million. And she knew that is because of that fanboy. And she was very happy after this all. Moral of the story is that we should help others so that they can also help us.